So what I want, the key
Yeah.
elements I want you to focus on. This is one of the things, like the key elements of R, no matter which R you're doing, is the tongue needs to be high. Can be high
Okay.
anywhere in here. So if your tongue isn't going high enough, if you're not pulling it up enough, it's going to sound like a weak R or somewhere in the middle
Okay.
or So I might
Okay.
hear here. I want to show you what that looks like. Here. You can see my tongue drop, right? Or
Mm-hmm.
work. The tongue is down versus were or were. The tongue's
Oh,
getting in that up position. So it needs
okay.
to be really high in the mouth, and it needs to be have that back element. So somewhere in the back, 2/3 of the mouth, and that will vary. So if you're getting those two components, no matter what R you're doing, it's going to strengthen and clarify that R. So really focus on that big movement, no matter which movement you're doing. Let's go ahead and do the whole
Okay.
sentence here. Do sentence number 1.
Hi. Do you know how to get here?
Here.
Here. Okay.
Yes, do that
Hi.
again.
Hi. Do you know how to get here?
Better. Do number 2.
Could you point me in the right direction?
That was awesome. Do number 3.
Angie, your house is beautiful.
Good. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Number 4.
I've been working here for 30 years.
Good. There's a lot in this one. Yours sounded really nice. Let's do working again. Tight, high position. Working.
Okay. I've been working here for 30 years.
Good. Let's isolate the word thir. That one to me is so hard. 30.
30.
I'm hearing th, where the tongue is wanting to drop down, and I want you to force it up. 30.
30.
Okay, try it again.
30.
I'm hearing full. I want to hear third or third. Third. I think it's easier to bunch. Third.
Yeah,
Third.
30.
And then try it. You're going for a position as if I have a string on my tongue and I'm pulling it in this direction. Third. Yes. That was right. That was really nice. 30.
30.
I feel funny because I'm modeling it so strong, right? It just sounds funny.
Yeah.
Number 5.
I'm still waiting on the report.
Good. Let's get that report. Again, I want to hear clear up and back. Report.
Report.
Better.
Okay. I'm still waiting on the report.
So I'm hearing report. I want to hear R.
Report.
So here's a little trick you can do. There's definitely a couple of R's I think that are more difficult for you than others, and that's a very common pattern for R. I think ear with that long E and O or are harder for you than the other ones. One thing you might want to do is practice the sound combination like a bunch of times in a row. Ear, ear, and just like see if you can get the sound pair. Try that all on its own.
Ear.
Yes. That's like, I can't describe what happens when I hear it right. I'm like,
I know,
like
you get so excited.
Like, that was so good.
Yeah.
Here.
Here.
Yes, that's the best one ever. Okay. Whenever you're struggling with an ear, I want you to reset your system with ear. Okay. Get it a couple times and put it back in the word.
Ear. Okay.
Let's see what happens when we do it with the O. It's a little harder with the O because my tongue is down all the way first. Or.
Oh.
O. Look at my tongue position when I start that vowel. Oh. or, and then I ramp it up.
Or.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes. That was great.
Or.
Yeah. I want you to use these tiny little tricks. And one of the things that I find works really well is doing that 5 or 10 times. Or, and then do some words.
Okay.
Have that sound in them, then put it into some sentences. With the
Okay.
other R's that maybe aren't quite as difficult, you might have some sporadic words that are hard, like work or something like that. Just keep practicing them in sentences. It's one of those things that can take a little while. You know, it takes a little while to nail. It's one of those things, if you just keep at it, you're going to make progress.